Revelio.
Here's one of those tables Professor Shaw mentioned. Likely this astronomy table will be best used when it's dark.
Footwork, man!
How is it?
You must try it.
How is that the paintings can talk? And not only that, but how is it that the paintings can talk and have the memories of the person that they are portraying? And talk in present day. I know it's magical stuff, but like, what kind of magic stuff do they have that they can just do that? Like, I don't know if you know what I mean, but yeah.
Revelio.
Lumos. Revelio.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Are you alright? Look like you've seen a ghost.
May finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
Now that I have all my gobstones back, I'm ready to take on all challenges.
Lumos.
Yes, I mean, shut up.
Enough! Here!
Protego. So this is the underground harbor. Revelio. 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 That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be...
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
Snake bird. That doesn't sound real. Golden snidget. I'm sorry, that just sounds so messed up. The golden snidget. I have to go with golden snuggery.
The golden snuggery.
No, incorrect. The answer was the golden snidget. The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
The pepper up potion.
I'm afraid the answer was Felix Felicis. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Founder's Relics.
No, the answer was the Deathly Hallows. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The Quaffle.
That's right. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is
The only
awarded
one
10
I can
points.
get fucking right.
True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
I want to say true because what happened to Hermione.
True.
Actually, the answer was false. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'm sorry. I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work.
Want to test your knowledge on some more difficult questions?
No,
I'm sorry. I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind.
no, I want the fucking book.
Revelio. Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Protego. Revelio. Confringo. Got it. Revelio. 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 Revelio.
Maybe if I go down.
Aloha Mora. Revelio. Revelio. Mine now, demiguise.
I kind of want to go.
Revelio.
Oh, that's so sad. I need one more. I thought I only needed one more. Apparently I was wrong.
My fizzing whiz beer is still brewing. These things take time.
I hate to see... Beautiful.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do. Beautifully done. Class is dismissed. And remember... Now is not the time to ease off your studying. OWLs will be here before you know it.
Who would have thought someone as young as me could save my uncle's life?
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. Deke tells me you captured a unicorn and brought it back to the Room of Requirement. Protecting so rare a beast is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your visit to the kitchens and the Hogsmeade graveyard with Nick to bribe a ghost for information connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed. If you wish to practice the...
Uncle Roland sends his best. He often asks after you and his owl. We'd be lost without you.
Hello, Adelaide. How are you and your uncle doing?
Very well, thanks to you. The more I learn about Ranrock's foul lot, the more astounded I am that my uncle survived. I looked back over his old owls and noticed that they included pertinent details about his rare metal deposits. I believe that Ranrock's fiends were after those deposits and that they needed my uncle's knowledge. He was willingly going to rot away in that cell to keep me safe.
Any other pertinent details about those owls?
Plenty. Uncle Roland couldn't be certain, but he thought he overheard goblins talking about infusing something into goblin silver. He wasn't sure what they meant, but something about the way they spoke of it made his skin crawl. It's clear you saved my uncle from a very bad lot.
It was nothing at all, Adelaide. I'm just glad your uncle's safe.
So am I. Seeing him again was such a relief. I told him that he must remain vigilant from now on. I, for one, can't help but look over my shoulder now whenever I leave the castle grounds.
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
Levioso! Arrest them, arrest them!
I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
I remember our meet mentioning something about gobbledygook. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Levioso. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Levioso. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Revelio.
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic of the spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me on the side of Feldcroft, near the catacombs.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Fine now, Demigod. Revelio. Hello, Gamora. Revelio. Hello, Gamora. Revelio. Confringo. Glacius. Leviosa. Revelio. 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 Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there?
Revelio. This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. But what's something else that I wanted to discuss with you? I didn't want to ask before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble than getting to Why did he ask you?
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and is up to something I found with Rainbolt. Fig had a porky that has to help the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and I had asked that I not speak it yet.
Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful? Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an arrow telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you, and she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
We're making good progress. We can't quit now.
I agree. I have never considered quitting, even for a moment. You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
An intruder!
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
Revelio.
Oh, nice to see you here. Ah, isn't the sea air refreshing?
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
You know, I would have thought that Gryffindor and Slytherin would have been enemies, but man, I like the fact being that everyone here is actually friendly.
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect.
Accio! Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Revelio! Accio!
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified. This room is taller than it looks.
Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa.
Revelio in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Confringo. Defender. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Revelio. Confringo. Defender. Confringo. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
Revelio. Confringo. 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 Bombarda. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defender. Bombarda. Confringo. Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Defender.
All this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into
Revelio.
problems. Often cave-ins.
And then were abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine, though.
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems
Confringo. Bombarda. Defender. Expelliarmus. Accio. Confringo.
there's something here by the altar.
What did you find?
Confringo.
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced the space beyond the Great Room. which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio.
We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory.
Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
You've done it! I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice. We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do.
Confringo.
I need to find a safe way across.
Lumos. Confringo. Bombarda. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Confringo. Accio. Lumos. Confringo.
Perhaps moving piles of bones towards the center will help.
Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Lumos. Accio. Lumos. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Rickety bone bridge complete. Accio. Revelio. Revelio.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. There we go. Something.
Revelio.
Revelio. Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Revelio. Accio.
This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols. That worked. Keep going.
Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Confringo. Imperio. Crucible. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo! Confringo! Defender! Expelliarmus! Bombarder!
Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
Confringo!
Accio! Revelio.
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time. Revelio.
Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Revelio.
I see why Slytherin's students are so entranced with this place.
Confringo. Sendo. Imperium. Bingo.
Crucial.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Bingo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Defendo. Bombarda. Imperium. Confringo.
Crucial.
Expelliarmus. Defendo. Confringo. Bombarda. Potato. Stupefy. Confringo. Defendo. Imperium. Defendo.
Crucial.
Confringo.
For a moment there, I thought that would never end.
Revelio.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
Sebastian, the relic. Look. Could it be? Accio. Revelio.
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal entry says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle.
Revelio.
Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
This is the biggest I trust Sebastian, but Sebastian's starting to turn like should I fight Ominous? Should I fight Sebastian? I was a streamer, man. I'd probably be asking my chat, be like, hey chat, what should I wear?
Sebastian's right. We need that relic.
I'm sorry. My mind is made up.
Are you willing to sacrifice your friendship over this?
I might be. How could I choose to stand by and watch him do this?
What if the choice wasn't yours? You wouldn't be to blame for what happens.
What in the world are you suggesting? Imperium?
Now that you say it out loud, it sounds absurd. But I have another idea. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on. Revelio.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
Revelio. I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again.
Oh man, I feel like I'm about to be fighting Omnis.
As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.